no way home, and I have no mercy. There's no way up, so I'm going down. Still I keep on living, so you pull me closer. But I have no mercy. Let's carry on, no reasons to stop it. I wouldn't do it on my own, I can't deny it. Still trying to build and trying to be. When we lifetime inside, your skin is soft. Feel better if you feel better if you feel better, 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 better. Feel better if you. There's no way home, and I have no mercy. There's no way up, so I'm going down. Still I keep on living, so you pull me closer. But I have no mercy.
All right, let's do it. Hi, folks. Hey, welcome. Happy Sunday. It is good to see you all. I'm having a great day. My voice might be a little gone. I was out a bit late last night, so I apologize about that. But I am ready to continue what might be the most busted run of Dead Space I have ever done. If you're not familiar with what we've been up to, first of all, if you see Isaac here, he's got a kind of a cool little fit that you may not have recognized. So this is the advanced suit that you get for beating the Dead Space Remake. This is like, I think this is the I can't zoom in on it, but I'm pretty, that's the Valor badge right there. So this is like the armor that the Twitchers wear. It's the best armor in the game. And of course, over here on his hand, he's got something different. This thing is the foam finger weapon. So if you're not familiar, you get this for beating the game in impossible mode. So I did actually finish the game in impossible mode. Impossible mode is hard mode, but on permadeath, meaning you die, you get kicked all the way back to the beginning. It wasn't too bad. Was able to finish it on my second try. And I'd already beaten the game a couple of times, so that's not really fair. But like, beating the game on medium, came back in, did it in impossible mode. And so this is my first time doing A, New Game Plus, and B, playing with the foam finger. Now, New Game Plus is hard. Impossible mode is hard. New Game Plus on Impossible is the toughest difficulty in the game. However, we have a big, giant freaking cheat code here that kills not only most monsters in one shot, but also has no ammo. So it's got infinite ammo and insta-kills most everything. Now, we have started to meet monsters that take 2 shots. As you can imagine, this run is busted. So we're breaking the game today. So normally I do like a lot of challenge runs and they're really hard, but they're fun and everyone gets really excited about that. This is not that day. Today, we are going through and trying a run that makes no sense whatsoever, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you stick with me. So, thank you for being here. Let's see, any other updates? Started working on the Dead Space Remake video for the main channel. Also, if you're watching this because you came from the main channel, thank you. Welcome. We had a lot of new folks join the main channel in the last week or two. So if you're one of them, welcome to the crowd. I'm glad to have you here. If you have been around for a while, love you even more, and thank you for being here. But I think for right now, we'll go ahead and kick it off. So we are currently at the end of Chapter 3, start of Chapter 4. So if you're familiar with the game, we're on the engineering deck. We just fired up the engines, so we're doing great. Problem is, we are pulling ourselves out of this drag down to the planet that we were on, which is great. But we are going straight up into an asteroid field. The cannons that are supposed to blast the asteroids for us and protect the ship, they're offline. Isaac is the only engineer. So he's going to go up to the bridge and try to restore the cannons. Now, let's see. What else do we need to know here? Now today, however, we're going to test out this finger and see what it can really do. Because we are going to meet in Chapter 4, which we're going to play right now, the Brutes for the first time. I don't know how the Brutes are affected by this. The Mercer's Hunter in Chapter 5, which doesn't die. So I don't know how one-shot enemy works with that thing. And then the Leviathan, which is the first big boss fight in the game at the end of Chapter 6. So I'm curious to see how this is going to go down. I want to get TikTok on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the music off right here. And we are gonna, let's see, let me go ahead and grab TikTok. And then we're going to get started. Just a moment here. That's on, okay. And then choosing gaming. And then as soon as this starts, boom. All right. We are up and running on both platforms. And we got the game going. So let's do it. All right. So we finished up the engineering deck, and then we got called to the bridge to deal with this. So we are going to head there right now. We've been unlocking the various tram stations. So unlike the original game where all the trams already worked, you have to actually get to the deck using alternate means in most cases. Now, Hammond is already on the bridge. So the bridge tram station is unlocked and has been this whole time. So let's go ahead and do that. So we hopped into the tram, and we have to actually select our destination. We started off in tram control. Which is the hangar. This is where we landed. Went to medical in Chapter 2. And then we did the engineering deck, for Chapter 3. The mining deck is also at this station, but it is still currently locked, so we can't use it just yet. So now we're going to head off to the bridge. We're going to travel the entire length of the ship. Now, I'm curious. I haven't seen anyone actually board the tram yet. We haven't been boarded by enemies. There have been some random events where, like, the train has hit something, and it sounds like it hit a necromorph, but we don't entirely know for sure what it was. We haven't had anyone try to bust in and attack us yet. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest with you. However, this game has a lot of random events. So in the original game, of course, everything was kind of scripted, and the same monsters would jump out at you at the same points. The remake follows mostly what was in the original game for the monsters on, like, kind of the critical path. But you can backtrack now. And if you backtrack, then at that point, there's a whole bunch of different randomly generated events depending on how you're playing. Now, because we're playing on New Game Plus Impossible, the game is going to throw the worst of their events at us. So it's going to be interesting. Let's go, and there's Hammond.
Isaac,
Let's see what he needs.
Cannons. They're a mess. I'm going to need your help. I am not losing the Ishimura. Not now.
The Ishimura, Hammond, or the marker?
That artifact they found?
Don't bullshit us. CEC knew all along about the marker, didn't they? Isn't that why you're really here? Corporate wouldn't send the Ishimura for some off-the-books mining. But alien technology, yeah, that fits.
Then how does losing my team fit into this theory?
Hey, knock this shit off. We're into the debris field. We get the ADS back together, or it's over.
Then meet me at the captain's nest. Daniels?
Fine. But I'm going through the ship reports, Hammond. I'm getting some answers.
All right. So if you're unfamiliar, that's Hammond and Kendra. These are your kind of the two other members of your team that you came in with. Hammond is kind of the he's the leader. He's working kind of like for the private military for the company that is sponsoring the mining trip for the Ishimura. And then Kendra Daniels is the systems expert. So she's there to root through the computer. So Kendra is starting to become suspicious of this artifact that has been found in cargo, and is starting to wonder whether or not Hammond knew anything about it. So Hammond and Kendra are both going to try to kind of like appeal to you, if you will, to try to kind of get you on their side. We don't entirely know whether, you know, whether if either of them are telling the truth, or maybe both of them are. Maybe neither of them are. Who knows? This is an access level door. So we're currently on access level 2. We're currently on access level 1. This is 2. We are playing on New Game Plus, but that does not carry over progression-wise. We're about to get level 2 in just a moment, though. But first, we need to see what the Brute is doing. Oh, man. Oof. All right. know. I can't hit it in there. All right. It's probably invincible in those moments. We've seen that for a bit, where like the intro animations, like they're just like they're invincible. You can't take them down early. This is the door to the crew deck. We will deal with that much later. That is chapter 10. I just want to make sure that we have all of our inventory slots available if needed. Okay, we have a whole bunch of stasis packs, and I'm just going to move these to storage. As you can imagine, we don't really need much of anything. I am going to just sell the Ripper Blades. I am going to sell the semiconductors because we're not really using any ammo. We also don't need these. I'm going to keep these two just in case. We are going to be outside the ship for a good part of today's chapter 4. So it can't hurt to have them, but like there's a bunch of like oxygen dispensers around. So like the chance that the idea that we're going to need them, it's pretty slim, but you never know. All right. So here's the bridge. We have never been to the bridge before. And we are currently being pelted by the asteroids. Like now. Oh, that is so freaking cool. It's in the original game, but like that is just so much more awesome. Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
You okay? At least containment and life support are holding. So far.
Okay, I think we're safe for the moment. We will definitely have a big fight in here later. Let's see, but there are some supplies. I'm just gonna run around and get the credits. I don't know that we need them necessarily.
Security request retrieved.
Let's listen to the audio log.
Security's come in! We've been boarded! I repeat, the ship has been boarded! We are under attack! They killed most of the deck staff! Where the hell is Steve Benson? We need security back up now! Guns are useless, we... What in God's name is that?
That's the Brute. We're going to meet the Brute here in just a few minutes. We got to go down and talk to Hammond first. He's going to upgrade our clearance, and he's going to tell us all about what he needs us to do. So he needs us to turn these elevators back on, and then to go find, 3 power stations, and we're going to reroute those powers to the cannon. Or reroute that power to the cannon, excuse me. It's going to be one of those days, man. All right. But first, we need access level 2 to get there. So let's go acquire that from Hammond. I am going to save a bunch, not because I'm worried about dying, but just in case. I do want to make sure that we don't have to repeat anything, like if there's a crash or whatever. Luckily, because we're playing on Impossible, we can save anywhere. It just means that if we die, here's what's going to happen. So let's say we die on this run. We're going to be kicked back into... We're going to get the option to either start all over, which we're not going to do, or just play the rest of it in hard mode. So I'm kind of like seeing whether or not we can beat this in Impossible the second time. I think we can. We did it the once. Now here is Chen. We're going to talk about Chen in a second.
I managed to trap him in here. His face. I'm not seeing things, right? That's Chen.
You can't help him, Hammond. He's...
You're right. I should... The hell with it.
All right, bye Hammond, or bye Chen. Not bye Hammond.
Pod 47 launched.
I worked with him for years. Johnston, too. At least she was spared becoming a monster.
We'll talk about that.
We're gonna fix this, Hammond. For them.
This is Isaac without the helmet.
Come on. The ADS cannons.
All right. All right, before we go in there and continue on the cutscene with Hammond. So,
Hold this position for a while. If no more asteroids come through the roof.
wait a minute. I think we have to continue. Okay, we'll talk about this all in a second. This is the bridge. Hammond does take a moment to keep going.
Here.
There we are.
All I can tell is the ADS power routing is shot.
Well, the administration systems aren't doing much. We could redirect power from there. I'd need to rewire the junction boxes, but we get the ADS cannons back.
Good. Isaac, about what Damon said. I don't know about any illegal mining or the marker. I swear, I'm just here for a repair mission.
Look, Hammond, I don't know you or Daniels well enough to judge, but CEC had to know about the marker.
The company, maybe. But shit like that's above my pay grade. Look, we can get into it later. You'll need a way down to those junction boxes. You can turn the atrium elevators back on from security. you'll have full access. I found a CEC executive key card. I'll upgrade your clearance.
And you upgraded yours already?
Yeah, just in case.
Naturally.
And Isaac? I heard something up there. Something big. Watch your back.
Oh, yeah, we're about to meet that in a second. That's the brute. All right. I think that's it. Let's see. Yep, there we go. All right, so my security clearance should be upgraded now. There we are. Let's see. Text log, we're going to skip past these for right now because we're mostly just playing for all of the wild gameplay that we got going on right now. Now, normally, if this was a regular run, we would be finding crew rigs in order to give ourselves master access. Well, we already have master access because it's New Game Plus. So, Hammond is, of course, telling us that he doesn't know about this artifact that is in the cargo bay. And that, you know, whatever Kendra's saying, yeah, it's not true. Now, Kendra's, of course, saying that, like, he would have to know that as the leader of the mission. Who's telling the truth? We don't know yet. Now, who was in the escape pod? So two things I want to talk about that are different from the original Dead Space. First off, we have Chen is one of the two Marines that came along with the team. Now, in the original game, they die very quickly in the flight lounge in the first encounter. In this one, Chen actually becomes a necromorph and kind of keeps appearing for Hammond. Now, he attacked Hammond on the bridge. We found that, like, that happened, I think it was in Chapter 2. So, Hammond traps him in here and then blasts out the escape pod. And you got to remember that because that's going to come up during our next stream. However, one thing that's really interesting to me is that in the original game, it was this escape pod, not this one. Now, when you return to the Ishimura in Dead Space 2, this is the only escape pod that is actually still there. So I don't know if that was to fix maybe a plot hole, because they launched this escape pod in Dead Space 1. It's the only escape pod still present in Dead Space 2. I don't know why, and then everyone kind of has assumed that was just a mistake or a plot hole. So it seems they fixed it by launching this escape pod instead. So it's kind of a nice little nod to the fact that, like, okay, we want to go back and maybe adjust some of the mistakes that were made. Either that or it was a hallucination, which is entirely possible. Isaac is a bit of an unreliable narrator. So, let's meet the brute. So, what are we going to find with the foam finger versus the brute? We have never fought a brute with one of these before, and today is the day. So we have level 2, and we got to go turn on the elevators. The only way we can do that is in this door. Unfortunately for us, something has a big opinion about that. All right, let's see. Okay, it takes like 6 shots. That wasn't so bad. Look at that. Before the quarantine could even finish activating, it was already dead. Now, that took like 6 shots. That was a lot. I mean, a lot for the foam finger, because this thing will normally just take down anything in its path. But, yeah, it couldn't do too much. So as long as we don't get up close and personal with one of these, then we're going to be okay. However, the next fight with the brute is up close and personal, and it's coming up pretty darn soon. So we got to make sure that we can get some of this this damage out very quickly. All right, so we can now open up a level 2 cabinets. This is elevator control. We don't really need the bench anymore. Oh, but this is an important plot point. Let's watch this, and I'll explain what happens.
This is mutiny. The marker must be delivered to the church, whatever the cost.
God's sakes, Ben, listen to yourself. The Ishimura's in crisis. You've cut us off. By Maritime Law Article 5469, I, Dr. Terrence Kine, hereby declare Captain Benjamin Matthias unfit for duty.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hold him. Ben, you're not yourself.
You're not yourself, Kine.
Traitors, get your hands off me! This is my ship!
Oh my God, you, Ben.
I want to talk about
You
this.
thought I was trying to help him. Doctor, you just killed the captain. We have to take you in. I can't. If the others from the church get a hold of me.
All right. So this plays out a little differently than the original game. So Dr. Kine is the chief science officer on the Ishimura. So he's been kind of like had some audio logs where he has been concerned about the marker, which is, you know, a holy relic to the Church of Unitology. Both Kyne and Matthias are part of the church. So Kyne is seeing that the marker is turning everyone into necromorphs and is like, wait a minute, oh crap, this could be a real problem. Maybe the church is wrong. Now, of course, Matthias is devout, and he says, no, this is right, and we need to keep doing this. So, Kyne, you know, at least in this version, it's a little less clear of whether he intentionally stabbed Matthias in the eye. In the original game, it's much more obvious that he did that. Now, he's doing that because that lets the infector turn someone into a necromorph a lot more efficiently. So, Kyne, and now it's not subtle anymore, so I don't feel like this is a spoiler. Kyne is now kind of like under the influence of the marker, which is trying to return itself to the planet called Aegis 7. So so now, like, what it's not clear yet, but is going to be much more so, is that kind of like Kyne is hallucinating. So let's all right, let's turn on the elevators. All right, so we got to go to these 3 floors here, and we're gonna turn on the power to the ADS cannons by shutting down power to these various terminals. So let's do that. All right. I want to give the foam finger a good workout today. I'm excited for this. Oh, man. Let's see here. I'm going to just save real quick. I don't think there's anything we got to worry about in here. Now, because this is New Game Plus, we already have all the weapons and such. So normally we'd be picking up weapons as we go. I don't think we actually need to here. We kind of have everything we need already. Oh, man, that's cool. All right, hang on. Now, I think there's a ruby semiconductor out here. Something is... Oh, okay, so some credits. And then, is there... Yeah, I see it. It's hidden way the heck out there. There we go. All right. All right, so no air. Now, granted, we have all of the suit upgrades. So, there's really, you know, the air right now, like, we have more air than we're ever going to need. Grab another node. Again, not that we need that. I might use these to get, like, the extra, achievements. I think there's an achievement for, like, installing all of the nodes and upgrading all the weapons and such.
Isaac, I'm reading electrical hazards on the floor ahead of you.
60-year-old deck plating doesn't play well with power surges.
Watch your step.
Got some contact energy. Now, normally, this is where we get the contact beam. Now, the contact beam is probably the second best weapon in the game, except for the foam finger, of course. And it will annihilate even the unupgraded contact beam will just annihilate a brute. Uh-oh. All right. So as you can see here, that was able to one-shot those things. Now we can't upgrade this weapon, so basically this is all we got. But we're not going to need to do too much in order to get some really good damage output. Now, the hard part is, normally, you don't have to, like, you normally have a much wider aiming range. Right now, you can see it's just 1 dot, so it is pretty easy to miss. We did miss a couple of times. But luckily, because there's no ammo, there's really no penalty for missing other than just you have to re-aim and shoot again. All right, this is one of the deck officers here. And I think there's just like there's a log and then there's a power node. Oh, whoops. I'm just stomp happy today. I don't know why. All right, got a node and the log. Let's see. For mining administration for Thibodeau. And we're talking about the fact that, like, mining is overrun, engineering can't be far behind. They did set up some traps on the mining deck. That's a new addition, where they've really made it kind of seem like the mining deck was like a last holdout for people. Unfortunately, it didn't hold, but the remnants of those traps are still around. Now, as you can see here, we have some hazards on the floor. We've got some exposed power lines like they were talking about here. And we're going to have to deal with those in a moment. Let's see. I hear the lurkers. They're around. Where are you? Where'd you go? I heard them. They're here somewhere. They're gonna start shooting at me here in a moment. Oh, what the heck? Oh. Way to sneak up on me, jerk. There's one more. There you are. And that's it. Now, we're about to get ambushed when we go and turn off the power. So it's going to get a little more wild in here in just a moment. I think... Okay, this is the end of the section. And I just want to make sure we've collected everything we need to. So far, so good. And these are the new circuit breakers. This is new for the remake. So now we can use these to change the direction of the power. So we're going to turn off power to mining and add the ADS cannons on. Now, unfortunately for us, that doesn't... Uh-oh. There we go. That's one down. Where's the other? There's a second somewhere, and I don't know where it is. There it is. Where are you? One of them just got fried over there. There's another infector in this room somewhere. I'm just not sure where it is. Or there should be. Oh, I hear something. I presume it's over here. Uh-oh. Just because it... Where the heck are you? Just because something is making necromorphs in this room, but I can't locate it. They're normally pretty easy to spot. They look kind of like flying starfish. Or flying stingrays. Where are ya? Alright, you know what? I don't have to come back here. So maybe, let's just let this run. Alright, let's head back. We're gonna roll right downstairs once more and then go turn on the second area. And that's where we're gonna get a brute. So it's gonna get a little wild when that happens. Alright, let's go. Alright, down to floor 3. Ooh, there's a nice sheen on the armor. Do you see that? That's in the original game, too. I don't know why. There is no context for why that scream happens. There's just a freaking scream. I guess it's just a jump scare that's just there for, like, no good reason. Alright, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna save again, just in case. There we go. Alright, where the heck are you? Now, this room is actually kind of fun. Hang on a second. We gotta do this. Alright. So, first things first. Oh, there's a marker fragment. We needed that. Okay, cool. So, we're gonna collect those.
A recording?
Hold on one second.
Must be the marker they took up.
So it is the same. That marker. That's the symbol of the Church of Unitology.
Didn't take you for a believer, Isaac.
My mother was. But if they found this on some alien planet, what does that mean?
That Unitology's onto something?
Unitology's full of shit. Forget it.
Okay. Now, let's talk about this circle. Because I just kind of figured out what this was all about very recently here. So, you're going to find a few codes like this where there are footprints and then handprints. And what that means is that if you are in this circle and you execute punches and stomps in this order, it will trigger something. Let's see, this is that's just Unitology. So let's do one. So first off, we have a punch, stomp, 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 punch, stomp, punch, stomp, 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 punch, and stomp. All right, what does this give us? Okay, so now we kind of have this this little kind of odd poetry here. Dead they ascend to the stars. Blessed are the watchers who guard their sleep. May the holy fleet endure beyond the reach of our enemies. May the brethren make them whole. May our fleet and its sacred cargo glory everlasting. For those who disturb their stasis, blessed death will be denied them. Praise be the markers and Altman, their eternal prophet. All right, so a little bit of flavor text about the Unitologists. There are other codes that are kind of like throughout the ship. And when we get those, we're going to come back here and do them. One of them is a sea shanty. Why? I don't know. They decided they were going to record a sea shanty about Dead Space, and they did, and it was glorious. But we don't have the code just yet. So we got to go find it. We got a locked room. We will be able to bust our way in there in just a moment. I don't think anything jumps out at us here. Now we're fine. All right. This is the comms array area. We will come back here in Chapter 8. But first, we have our kinesis, and we're going to use that to get to the lock. Oh, get out of here. And blow that out. Now we can get in the door. So let's go do that. All right. Also, I see some folks in chat. Come say hi. Let's see here. Now we have... all right, now we need level 3 to get in there. We don't have level 3 just yet. We have level 2 and we have master access. So I don't know that there's much in this room. Let's see. Okay. So let's go find our second power junction. It's around here somewhere. Where the heck are you? There it is. All right. So now we have much thinner corridors because they've already introduced the electrical floors. So now they're gonna turn the screws on us a little bit and put us in a situation where that might happen. So we're gonna be very careful as we cross. Now I'm not too worried, considering. Anything coming in behind me? No. Always got to watch out for that. This game loves to send in folks behind you. So we're going to very carefully work our way around. All right. Something's here. All right, there's the one coming in behind me. Let's wait a second. Actually, let's go back to it. This is the ultimate game-breaking toy. I love it. All right, now we got a brute that we're going to deal with here in just a moment. Normally, that wouldn't be so bad. Now, if you look at these are, I guess, the enhanced Necros that are, like, dark red. Normally, they would be very tough to kill, but not so much right now. We seem to have a bit of a cheat code in our hands. All right, where's the brute? There it is. That could have been very bad on this difficulty, but luckily we didn't have to worry too hard about it. I wonder how the hunter's gonna go. That's gonna be a strange one. Like, does it blow off its limbs? Like, even if I don't shoot the limbs? Is it impervious? Which it could be, for all I know. I guess we're gonna find out. But in the meantime, all right, here is our junction box. Obviously, we need to slow those down for just a moment and then reroute power. There we go. Okay, this is going to let us walk back with a little more safety.
Power reroute from the electrical systems.
Just watch the outlets. The grid's unstable.
That's 2. One more system and we'll have power for the ADS.
Alrighty. So as you can see here, the floors are safer, so we can go collect the little foot lockers over here. Or, sorry, the boxes that were inaccessible before. There we go. All right. Let's just keep on rolling. One more to go. I think that was for the little lurker that we fried earlier on. All right, we got to go back up to the bridge and then come back down. Now, okay, that's comms access. Don't need that yet. We're going to go there later.
Isaac, I cracked the Ishimura's MedSci reports. They're a fucking horror show. These things mold any dead tissue into a new form. One kind infects corpses, and the rest...
Make more corpses to infect.
That organic shit on the walls, that's dead tissue too. The crew thought it was a habitat changer. Isaac, I'm gonna run some diagnostics. I think that's death spreading.
I do kind of like that at least like there is a reason for the necromorphs to attack beyond just their evil. You know, like any other living organism, you know, their drive is to multiply. And so they... Whoa! We'll talk about that in a moment. I hear something. Where are you? Are you up above? There you are. Anyone else? Nope, I think that's it. All right. Yeah, their drive is just basically to make more of themselves. And so, you know, you have the slashers go out and kill anything they see. and the infectors go and turn them into more necromorphs, and so on until the end of time. All right, so let's go down here to the last section. Now, this is going to be our first master locked door down here, but we'll be able to open it because we're in New Game Plus.
Make us whole again.
he booked it pretty quick. I think that might be the first time we heard Make Us Whole again.
I came to the bridge looking for you, but it is completely fucked.
Oh, we'll talk about him in a second.
I'm not sticking around in case whatever did it comes back, and neither should you. It looks like the admin staff went to the mining deck to meet up with the other survivors. I'll head in soon.
Security card.
If you aren't with them, I'll find a way to contact you. I promise.
All right, so that was Temple. So Temple is the acting chief of engineering. He is looking for his partner, Dr. Cross. So Cross oversees hydroponics. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the sea shanty. Hang on. Okay, so we have... Let's see. It's Punch Stomp, but what else is here? I have to assume this is the sea shanty code, because we have the marker symbol, and then we have the water sign underneath it. But I just have... Let's see. We just have Punch and Stomp. I mean, it's got to be more than just Punch and Stomp. There's got to be more here. Hang on. Let's see. Is there... Like, is that more of the code? Oh, you know what I bet it is? I bet we have to figure out the whole circle. This is probably just something where we find pieces of the code as we go along. So we'll have to figure that out as we go. I wonder if we'll find more. Let's come back. But first, I'm going to save here real quick. Just to make sure that we don't lose any time. All right, let's go. Uh-oh. Anyone over here? All right, luckily, the pregnant necromorphs do not explode when you hit them with this thing. Like, if you saw, like, I hit him right in his sack and it did nothing. All right, let's go to here. And we're going to turn off water purification and repower the ADS cannons. Now we're going to see something really cool here in a moment.
The ADS cannons are back online. Wait, auto-targeting offline. Calibration data not found. Fuck. No auto-targeting. The cannons are useless.
That's not true.
You want to go out there with all that shit raining down and target the ADS cannons manually?
If I give the cannons enough targeting data, it'll recalibrate the system. You got a better idea?
Christ. I'll open exterior access. I hope you know what you're doing.
All right. So this next section is all new. We have never, we did not do this in the original Dead Space. We had to go to a cannon and then just do kind of like, you know, little arcadey moment where we just shot asteroids. So now we're actually going outside the ship and we're gonna calibrate the cannons by aiming at them ourselves with our foam finger in this case and blasting them. So it's a really cool sequence and something we haven't had before.
What's the plan?
I'll sync a few of the ADS cannons to one of my tools. I target an asteroid, the cannons take it out, and I recalibrate the system.
We're out of options. Do it.
We sure are. All right. So let's open up the airlock and check out what was made for us here. So we got to calibrate these 3 cannons. So to do that, we have hull integrity is dropping. So we can't let it get hit by too many more asteroids. Otherwise, we're in real trouble. So we're going to use this to aim and take out asteroids. And if we do it to enough of these, then the cannon will work on its own. All right, there we go. So now that one is working. So we don't have to worry about that one anymore. I'm going to grab some air. Let's go down to the second one and do the same thing all over again. This one, I hate the positioning on this one. It's always a little awkward. We'll make it work, though. All right. So let's hit as many of these as we can. And we're basically just teaching the cannon how to recognize asteroids and shoot them. Uh-oh. Oh, missed some. There's a big old one. Boom. There we go. All right. One more to go. Now, there's a couple of lurkers over here that are going to show up, so we got to deal with them first. If we ignore them, they can be trouble. Where are ya? I think maybe we have to get a little closer before they pop out. Oh, there's one. And down you go. All right. Not too bad as long as you know exactly where to look for them. All right, let's pop on up here. And then I am going to just recalibrate my my orientation here. Okay, that's one down. Uh-oh. Let's see. I don't know how our hull's doing. We're probably okay. I've never actually lost the hull before. And we'll rip through this pretty quick, so I think we're gonna be all right. Okay, let's do... Boom, there we go. All right, let's get the heck out of here.
ADS recalibrated. Auto-targeting systems enabled.
They're back. The ADS cannons are online ship-wide. Thank God. Engaging autopilot.
And that's chapter 4.
Get yourself inside, Isaac.
Chapter 4 is a short chapter. I'm not surprised we ripped through it quickly. All right, let's go ahead and land right here. Easy peasy. And run ourselves back inside. Oh, we're done at 35 seconds. Not too bad.
Exiting zero gravity.
Normally I'd top up on the air, but I think we're gonna be fine. All right. Let's save real quick. And then, yeah, that'll be the end of chapter 4 here in a moment. But we're going to discover something very new. Now, I want to talk about Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is probably the most different out of any other chapter in the remake. They made several big changes, but Chapter 5 is definitely one of them. Let's go through the setup. So if you have played the original Dead Space, this is where the air is starting to toxify, and they want to create a poison on the medical deck in order to counteract it. So in this version, it's going to play out very differently in just a moment. So let's see. There it is.
Hammond, I just intercepted a transmission for medical.
Someone's down there?
See what you make of this.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is a sanctuary. All survivors, please join us.
Nicole, I'm going back to medical.
Makes sense.
I'll head to the crew deck and look for survivors from the bridge. I'll be in touch.
The crew deck. Wonder if you know something we don't.
All right. So so Nicole obviously is Isaac's girlfriend. He has been searching for her, and this is our first real clue of where she might be. So we're gonna find her. I'm gonna give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna pop off for 1 quick second, and I will be right back. And then we're gonna play Chapter 5. Okay. Thanks for waiting, folks. Let's get back to it. All right. Phew. Let's do it. So, we finish up chapter 4, and now we got to return to the medical deck. Now, luckily, we have already unlocked the tram, so it'll be a quick little trip over there. Surely nothing will go wrong. And then we're going to find out about the hunter. Like, how is it going to react to the foam finger? I have no freaking idea. All right. Now, we've already been over here. So let's get up back to the bridge. Ooh. It always freaks me out. So, like, now the enemies don't despawn for quite a while, if ever. Like, if you leave items laying around, the game will remember they're there. They did a great job of, like, making every... Oh, these freaking things. I hate these things so much. The game did a great job of making, like, your choices feel like they have some permanence to them, you know? There we go. They also add a little vibration whenever you stomp. That's a nice touch. All right. Let's head back up to the bridge. I don't think anything jumps out at us between now and then, but I've been wrong before. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, we've been attacked in this room twice. We will be again in Chapter 8, but I think we're safe for the time being. We got the brute. Wait, is that? Hold on. Okay. And sometimes stuff like this happens, where necromorphs just, like, you know, hang out in midair for, like, no reason. And there's our brute. That is literally never going to get old. I'm going to do that over and over again, so get used to it. All right. Are these... Oh, I can open these now. Okay, let's hit the medical deck. Ooh, this is very... foggy? Misty? Why is it misty in here? That's a cool effect. Oh, God. Something's in here with me. Not for long, though. It's a really cool effect, but I gotta say, I am less intimidated with this thing. Oh, yeah, we haven't got in here yet. Now we have level 2 access. Let's see what's in the bridge room. Now, we are collecting the marker fragments for New Game Plus. There are supposedly 2 of them that are available to us in the medical deck on Chapter 5. So far, we've collected in every chapter except for engineering. Now, I don't know if that means that engineering... has one that is unavailable to us so far, like it's locked away, or we just didn't find it. So we may have to go backtracking into engineering later on if we don't. But so far so good. We've been able to collect them for every chapter. Okay, something's here. What is screaming at me right now? I hear you. Are you down below, maybe? Oh, there you are. I can't get the rig from here. All right, that is a rig that you need to get master access unlocked. And at the moment, we're not able to access it because we can't get down to the crew deck. But it's funny that, like, you can actually see it from here. I've never actually tried to look for it. All right, let's hop on the tram and head to medical. There we go.
Medical.
Off we go. All right, so like I mentioned before, this is probably the most reworked chapter in the game. So if you're familiar with Dead Space 1 and you haven't seen this yet, this is going to be very different than you remember. And I think changed for the better in a lot of ways. We'll talk about why in a second. But, like, specifically Dr. Mercer, who is kind of a, you know, he's sort of an antagonist who pops up throughout the game. Uh-oh.
What? You said the chemical lab? I can barely hear you.
Okay, so we gotta go find the chemical lab, which we could not find beforehand. Oh man, look at this place. Now this is all new. These candles and the very kind of new agey music and all that, that was not here when we came here in level 2. And there is a very good reason for that we're about to go find out. So let's see if we can go track the source of Nicole's signal. Uh-oh.
Daniels, the door to medical just locked behind me. Hello?
Another survivor. At last. You'll be safe here. I'm a doctor.
What?
Is Nicole Brennan with you?
You're not here for sanctuary, then. Well, Dr. Brennan's currently engaged. Shall I send you to her?
How about you unlock these doors, and I'll find her myself?
Are you that selfish?
Clearance
You might do
confirmed.
something. Or out.
Shit.
So, you've decided to be difficult.
Sure have.
Take a seat. I'll deal with you momentarily.
Alrighty, so that is Mercer. So we have not met Mercer yet. We have heard from him in an audio log, though, in Chapter 2. So while Dr. Kyne is having that crisis of faith, he's seeing how the marker is affecting everyone, and he's kind of, you know, wondering if maybe he's made a giant mistake. Mercer, on the other hand, is thrilled with how all this is going down. And he's been trying to get access to, the folks on the planet who have been infected. Oh, God. Where are you? I hear you. Oh, there. So he can further his experiments. Now, as you can see there, yeah, having this single dot does make aiming a little more difficult. You do miss sometimes. The good news is it really doesn't matter. All right, now this area was open before. Now it's locked. We're going to do a little bit of exploring that we wouldn't normally towards the end of this chapter. Or actually, no, we should do it now before the Hunter gets released. If we can. I don't know that we can, but let's find out. Oh, look at these folks. All right. Now, over here is normally a tough section. We are going to have our very first, these wall guys. And they might actually be kind of tough to handle right now. Uh-oh. Hold on. Something's here. What is hitting me? Oh, you are. All right. Now, I don't want to let him sit there and shoot those things all day. All right. All right. He's done for. But I just want to make sure I don't get hit by these guys. There we go. Anybody else? Okay, I think we're clear. Phew! Those things might be challenging. I gotta remember to use stasis. Nothing for me? Oh, fine. All right. Now, before let's open up the doors, because I want to see if we can find these marker fragments. So we're gonna search for a little bit before we continue on. Now, there's a bench in here. We normally get attacked in this room. I think we're safe for the time being. Let's find out if I'm wrong. Okay, so far so good. What about the other room? Now, normally there's just an audio log in here, but this room is very significant in the original Dead Space, and most people don't know this. This is where Nicole recorded her video. And if you played Dead Space, I'm not going to spoil it, but you know very well what that means. Okay, so no marker fragment in here. It's laid out a little bit differently, but in the original game, you can see all the furniture behind her in the video that she sends to Isaac. And it's great that it's just there for you to find. It doesn't necessarily have significance in game, but I don't know. It's kind of it's a fun detail for those folks that are looking for it. All right, so nothing new in those doors. So let's go ahead and power up the elevator and head on up. There we go. Okay. Now then, we got to take some aim and destroy these tentacles. This is new. This was not here in Chapter 2. Uh-oh. All right, so far so good. Now the other... Uh-oh, something. Are you... something alive? No, you're just landing. All right. We got to work our way around here so we can get a vantage point on the next weak spot, which I believe we can get to all the way over here. Let's see. Where are you? There you are. Boom. Anyone over here got a problem with me? Not so far. Let's recharge our stasis and take a look inside the observation room. Do we see a marker fragment? Ooh, let's listen to this. This is cool and creepy.
There. I have to record these things. The old memory, you know. As I was saying, the new treatment I'm developing should be just the ticket. The trial is very promising. Trial? You'll be back at your post in a jiffy with DEC none the wiser. Unless you don't trust me.
No, of course I trust you. Let's give it a shot.
Volunteer 9 is a young male, testing my new tissue regeneration formula. I expect death within the hour, but the changes to the vascular system are very promising. One moment for the cleanup. For the last time, get a trauma team in here. Yes, I called 3 times. My patient is crashing. Get off your smoke break and help me.
Whoops. All right. So that's Mercer. He is, he's not exactly a lovable sort. And we're going to meet him in just a moment. Now, typically we would go down this elevator, and that's going to take you to the chemical lab. But I want to go towards zero-G therapy and see if there's anything new that's available to us, like Dr. Warwick's office. Do you have a marker fragment? I hear something in the hallway, too. Oh. I do not see a marker fragment here. We got a power node. And a bunch of items we can pick up. I will always take these. Okay, now let's see if we head down here, maybe if the zero-G therapy room is still open. It is not. That's actually kind of okay. I don't mind that. It does kind of remove our some options for us. So let's see. Let's head back down and go to Mercer's office. So this is where we meet Mercer for the first time, or it will be in a second. Gonna head down this way, and this will allow us to open a shortcut in case we need to come back here. We're definitely not going to want that, but we may have to. Grab this, and let's do this now. We'll be glad we saved the time later. And head on inside. All right. So this is the source of Nicole's signal, and there she is.
All survivors, please join us.
And now you can see. Yeah, it's a lot more apparent now. It's like the footage is being cut together. So she's just running on loop.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan.
I'm gonna collect some stuff in here real quick because it's gonna get wild in a moment. All right. Because of this guy. This is Mercer's Hunter. And let's meet the crew. All right, so we're going to shut down this fake Nicole broadcast.
Shipwise transmission override. Isaac Clark.
Just a trick.
Isaac. Make us.
But Mercer's got a stasis cannon. And there he is.
Isaac Clark. All right.
Dr. Brennan's nearest and dearest. We were colleagues, you know. Dr. Chalice. Mercer. Are you the reason the marker won't begin? That's it. Convergence is installed. She's meddling. How is the question? But even if I was to ask, I suspect you're not the talkative type.
A little more so now.
And I haven't fully explored the cause of death as that missing factor. Dismemberment. Now I think we're on the right track there. Try and relax, Mr. Clark. Convergence is so close. Maybe your death will tip the balance.
All right, there's the Hunter. And he would very much like to meet us, unfortunately. Let's do this. Okay, so we can just one-shot take off his limbs. But I don't think we can defeat him like this. Okay. He also regenerates pretty darn quick. because we have to wait for him to fully regenerate. And we'll throw a stasis for good measure, and let's get the heck out of here. I don't wish to meet that thing any longer than I absolutely have to. All right, let's go. All right, we got some swarmers rolling in. Where are you? There you are. Ah, get off me. That's going to chase me. Let's get the heck out of here. All right. Got a stasis upgrade. I don't think it'll chase me in these halls, but I don't really want to find out. We are playing on permadeath mode, so I don't want to chance fate.
It was a trick by a fucking unitologist. Dr. Mercer. He's locked down medical to experiment on the crew.
Oh, God. Every way out is locked down through one of the offices. Must be Mercer's. I can brute force the internal doors, but you'll have to reach his office and lift the lockdown manually.
Alrighty, let's go. So we gotta go to Mercer's office in order to lift the lockdown. Theoretically, that shouldn't be too difficult. Uh-oh. Well, what was I supposed to do, Mercer? Alright, something just showed up right behind me. Okay, I can't hurt it again until it is 100%. Let's see. Now we gotta put the... Let's just throw that for good measure. Pop that. No, not that. Pop the battery back in this door and get the hell out of here. Excuse me. All right. Still no marker fragment. We're going to come back through this level after we've taken out the hunter, though. And we might find it then. I know there's 2 of them here, and this is our last time we're on the medical deck.
It's a shame. When I began my research, Terrence Kind's insights into the marker were invaluable. Now he's been accused of sending little missives like this one.
You butcher! I saw your hunter. I know who it used to be. That cellular regeneration? Good God, don't you see what you've done? I agree with Amelia. If this is unitology, I want no part of it.
My diagnosis. Poor Terrence is suffering from the same dementia reported on the Aegis 7 colony. Amelia, for example. The only Amelia has ever mentioned was his wife. And Amelia Kind died 7 years ago.
Yep, alright. Well, you're not dead yet. Why aren't you dead? Oh, I missed that one. There we go. All right, so we learned that about Dr. Kind. So Dr. Kind is talking to his ex-wife, his dead wife, as if she's still alive. Necromancer Noob, hey, good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out. We are playing, let's see, we're playing Dead Space on New Game Plus with the foam finger. It is the most broken run I've ever done of this game, and I love it. How are you? How's your Sunday going? Let's see. Anything down here I need? What was that? That is an audio log.
Surgical log, Dr. Charles Mercer, Tissue Regeneration Experiment 5. The children of the marker, Kind's necromorphs, have provided all the material I could ask for. And the infector variant has provided a key insight. Implanting the material directly into the brain renders optimal results. Of course, that requires puncturing the frontal bone just above the glabella.
Please, no.
Don't worry. It's been sterilized.
Oh, God. All right. So, I'm looking around, still trying to spot exactly where. You're doing great. You love the foam fingers gold. Yeah, it's so much fun. Oh, man. It is like, I mean, obviously, it kind of takes out the suspense of the game, considering you can one-shot almost everything. I think a brute takes like 5 shots. But it's really fun to be able to rip through on New Game Plus and just see like how far you can rip this game to, to pieces. Ah, there's our first marker fragment. All right, we still need these in order to get the secret ending. So we got to find 12 of them. That is, let's see, This is our first one on Chapter 5. I believe there's 2 of them in Chapter 5, so we got to keep looking. This is a text log from Mercer. Okay. Now then, Mercer has locked down security, and we need to take care of that, so let's go ahead and reboot that. This is cool. This is all new, I think. This is one of the infectors all kind of strung up. Now then, we have this person over here who's not quite dead.
Oh God! Hold on, I can help you.
Not me. Save hydroponics. We're all dying. Air's poison.
So this is where they introduces the Leviathan a little bit later on.
Her enzyme will work if... She just needs liquid nitrogen. Save us!
And down you go. All right. Okay, so we got to be able to figure out how to get into hydroponics.
He was right. Air quality is dropping shipwide. Something's poisoning the oxygen in hydroponics. If we lose our air supply...
He said we could fix it. He came looking for liquid nitrogen, and there has to be some in the cryogenic...
Absolutely. The foam finger's well deserved after the hoops you have to go through to get it. I mean, yeah, it is... It's not... I mean, I've been playing... we've been doing the Dead Space 2 hardcore run, so I felt pretty set up well to be able to get this, but, like, impossible mode in this game is no joke, especially if you haven't been playing like I have. All right, now, of course, Mercer is going to try to poison us. So we got to run all the way back to the security station and do our darndest not to die in the process.
There's emergency bed controls at the security checkpoint. Go! I'll try to lock them out.
All right, now his hunter is still in here. We're back in the ER. Where are you? Okay, so it's interesting. Like, so body damage-wise, it doesn't seem to be doing very much, and that's fine. So we actually have to hit the hunter's limbs, but he's the only one we have to hit. All right. Now just go over here to the security station. And fix the air. There we go.
Okay, it's clearing. Mercer pumped that gas in from hydroponics. If the air's already that bad,
I'm gonna need a faster way to cryogenics.
I'll open the other door from the chemical lab. It'll take you straight there.
Alrighty. So we gotta go back to cryogenics. So let's go accomplish that. I'm gonna save here real quick. All right, so the liquid nitrogen that we need to take on the Leviathan is in cryogenics. Naturally, we'll be able to walk right in, get exactly what we need, and walk out with absolutely no trouble. Unfortunately, we got to go back through the diagnostics wing again. So we got to deal with those swarmers I left behind last time. Something's in here, I think. Actually, is that door is open? Wasn't open before. I'm going to leave it for now, because we still don't know where that other marker fragment is. But we're going to go looking for it if we don't have it by the end of the chapter. All right, let's see. So far, so good. Now, cryogenics is through here. Oh, I heard something. I don't know what that was. I don't think anything jumps us here. We're probably fine until we get to cryogenics. After that, all bets are off. Now, I can't get into that storage room right now because we don't have level 3 access. So it could be in there. We probably have to wait until we get level 3 access, and then we'll do some backtracking. And we got some more level 3 doors. Let's save, because we got a decent-sized fight coming up here. It's not too bad. But, as we've seen, you know, if we're not careful about where we aim with the hunter, we could be in some real trouble. All right. Let's pop this open. Now, for the hunter, here we are. Let's just take a look at the room real quick, because we have a moment before everything pops off. So, we have the cryo tank in here. That's the liquid nitrogen we need. And then inside here is the control for entering something into cryostasis. You see over here? Everything is in cryostasis. We can also put the hunter in here if we need to. But to do that, we're going to need to freeze him and keep him in one spot, which is a little challenging sometimes. Also, he will not be alone. However, is the first time we've done it with the foam finger, so it could be a little easier than we think. So let's go ahead and just grab this and let Mercer come back. Hey, Mercer.
Say the same thing.
I can say I'm not a fucking murderer.
Speaking of courtesy, I have you tagged for fixing the Ishimura's engines.
Ugh.
Our homecoming will be.
That's a straight up tyrant right there. That is straight out of Resident Evil 1.
And I doubt even you can stop a convergence event fueled by the entire population of Earth.
You take these things to Earth, it's all over.
Only for the faithless. Humanity will be made whole, Mr. Clark, with or without you. I'd say you've chosen your side.
All right, now then. There you are. All right, he's going to have some friends come over here, too. However, what we're going to do real quick, we're going to stasis him. And one more time for good measure. And let's see if that is long enough to keep him in place. It may not be. We want to get in here really quickly and freeze him. There he goes. Goodbye. And there's Daniels.
Bastard let me out again. Isaac, you okay?
Stop that hunter. But Mercer's gone. He wants to take these things to Earth, Kendra. You have to seal the captain's nest and warn Hammond.
Okay, I can seal the nest, but I haven't been able to reach Hammond since he went to the crew deck. Isaac, our air quality is falling fast. If you've got liquid nitrogen, we gotta fix hydroponics.
On it. Keep trying to reach Hammond. Mercer, I don't think he's done yet.
Alrighty, that's chapter 5. However, we're not done here yet because we did not get the second marker fragment. So we got to go looking around for it. Now, the first thing we got to do...
Isaac, the hydroponics tram station is sealed off. You'll need another way there. Take the tram back towards the hangar, then head to the repair station. Remember where you took that broken tram car off the tracks? There's an access door in there that'll take you to hydroponics.
Okay. So, before we do that, though, there's a side quest. Now, this side quest will get us an upgraded stasis module. Now, we already have it because this is New Game Plus. But it is going to unlock some areas within the level, and it might allow us to find that other marker fragment. So we should probably do it. So we start that off by getting a tissue sample from the hunter.
Got something, Isaac?
Let's call it a tissue sample from Mercer's pet hunter.
Careful. Who knows what mad science went into that thing?
Maybe I could find out. Figure out what Mercer's up to. If I'm fast, there has to be a DNA scanner close by.
Alrighty, and there is. But first I want to unlock, there is a shortcut between medical and the bridge. And you can only get there because it is currently locked by opening it from this side. Now, we'll be back here at another point later in the game, but just in case, if the fragment is here, I'd like to find it. And then we can open up the shortcut for later. I can't imagine there would be a marker fragment in one of these crates. It would probably, so far they've all been standing around, but you never know. I don't think anything happens in these servers. There's no doors or cracked windows, so I think we're safe. Okay, so it's not back here. Let's just open up the shortcut, and we'll come back here later. All right, so let's go find that DNA scanner. Now, I know where that is. It's in the one zone in medical, well, one of the few zones in medical that we have not been back to yet. All right, so now it's safe to run around because the hunter's gone. It's not coming back. Yet. It will be later, though, that's for sure. All right. Let's roll on through here. Okay, so there was nothing here. There's this level 3 door, but we're not going to be able to come back here later until later. So, like, if we don't find it, we may have to come back here to that room and see if we can locate it then. But we've more or less cleared the area. However, because we're backtracking, that does mean that, like, the AI is going to take over. And we might start to get some random events occurring. Now, nothing we can do in here that we haven't already done. So I think we're safe for now. Let's go to the DNA scanner since we have to do it anyway. Got all our stasis. Now, there is this area, too. Let's wait a little bit and see if we actually need to go rummaging around in there. Maybe we do. But what I meant is we have this area. We have not been back to the research wing yet on this, on Chapter 5. We were here in Chapter 2, and there was a big old fight that took place in there. All right, now it's going to slow down, and we're going to rip right past it here. No sign of a marker fragment just yet, but we're going to find it. I feel good about us. Let's see here. Nothing so far. You wouldn't happen to be in the shock pad room, would you? Let's go see. There is also... Uh-oh. Let's see. There is also the emergency room secret door that we did not open up yet. It could be in there as well. Where might you be? Marker fragment. We were already over here. Now, if we can't find it easily, we may just come back here off stream and go hunting for it. Because, yeah, there is also another level 3 door here. So it could be hiding in there. And if it is, we're not getting in there until Chapter 7? Yeah, Chapter 7 is where we get that. So we got some time. Okay, no sign of it here. We were already here as well. I have to assume it's going to be in a new area. So let's just... We'll go ahead and do the DNA scan.
Match found for Brand Harris, mining contractor, Aegis 7. Registered physician, Dr. Charles Mercer. Warning. Severe DNA abnormalities found. Rig tracking is available to trace possible contagion. Authorize.
Absolutely authorize that.
What did Mercer do to you?
All right.
Authorize.
Syncing logs and points of interest to rig locator. Thank you for your commitment to public health.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, Harris was the first patient who was brought up from the planet below on Aegis 7. This is Nicole's office. I just want to see if there's a marker fragment in here. Now, I think they're probably not in areas we've already been to. It sounds like they don't move around in the chapter, so it's probably not there. So Harris, yeah, was like, he was the first one. He was actually not only sick, but he attacked and killed his nurse. And so he was brought up to be studied first by Nicole, and then ultimately Mercer took over his case. And, of course, Mercer knows that Harris had basically been, like, brain touched by the marker. Uh-oh. So he's trying to use that for his own dastardly deeds. So the reason that we're doing this side quest, even though we already have the reward, is we want to potentially unlock a room in Chapter 7 where there might be a marker fragment. So I'm going to pop back over here to the ER. Uh-oh, something's here. Where are you? There you are. And we'll do this scene real quick. Now, if you haven't seen this yet, and you are a fan of Dead Space 2, you're in for a treat. Because there's a big ol' reference to Dead Space 2 that we're going to see here in a second. Where are you? Anything else? Anything else? Okay, it just took a second. Let's see. I'm going to grab the battery and open up the shower again. Just to make sure. Let's see. Anything here? No, no marker fragment here. Okay, cool. All right, so it's got to be a new spot. Or theoretically it does. So it sounds like we probably have to wait until we have level 3 access and come back. I don't know why the music is queuing up right now. I don't see anything here. Nothing's attacking me, at least. Now, Harris's rig will track all the way over here. Into the ICU. And here's this video log. So remember, if you're a fan of Dead Space 2, this introduces a plot element that you will probably remember from that game.
I was recording. Here, look up for me. Just a sliver of bone between us.
Again, I don't know why the music is doing that. It shouldn't be. Is something in here? Sorry about that. I think the music might be acting incorrectly right now.
The miners won't like it.
They're probably as narrow-minded as the miners in the colony, yes. Tormenting someone for being a little different.
That's one way to put it.
This a good scare.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. I'm ready.
I'm glad to see. If I insert this material in the right region of the brain.
Oh God. I can see the Marcus codes. It's been trying to show me. They're hungry. They're coming. They'll make us whole. Doctor, I see it now. The marker speaks. We can answer.
Tell me how.
Okay.
Tracking related rig
So if you remember Dead Space 2, how they were able to access the marker's codes by putting a needle into Isaac's eye. And so it seems that Mercer is able to do the same thing here with that pistol of his. Was able to use... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! That's why things were screwing up, because you were out here, you little jerks. All right. Get off me. So he was able to use that to access the marker's designs hidden inside Harris's mind. All right. So we got to go to mining deck to continue this particular quest line, which we will. Okay. But we did not get our marker fragment. Ah, God, more of these things. Get off of me. There's everywhere right now. So we're going to have to come back when we get our security clearance level 3. Get out of here. I'm going to clear out my inventory real quick, and then we're going to do just that. But first... God. Anyone else? Any more of these little guys? Doesn't seem to be. All right. First, what we're going to do is we're going to go do Chapter 6. Now, Chapter 6 is the largest chapter in the game. So I'm going to just unload some stuff in my inventory here. We got a whole bunch of these. Not going to need the line racks. Not going to need the semiconductors. And I want to keep my inventory open because there's a lot to pick up in this next chapter. And then we're going to use a shortcut to get into hydroponics. There we go. All right, so we'll have to head back to the flight deck. Now, I will be right back. Give me 2 minutes. And then we're going to go do Chapter 6 together. So hang out. All right, back to it. Thanks for waiting, folks. Get us back on camera. Hey there. All right. Now then, as we mentioned, we have a very big chapter ahead of us, but we cannot get to hydroponics just yet. Why not? Because the tram station is out of commission. Like all the rest of them, they have to be reactivated. So we're gonna head back to the hangar bay and use a shortcut that we have. So let's go do just that. You can see here's hydroponics. It's all locked away. Now, like all the other departments, there are other walkways that we can use to get where we need to go. So this is not necessarily a problem, but we just have to go and take a little detour. Okay, so here's tram control. Now, this door is now unlocked for us. It wasn't before. I missed that. And we used this area before in order to clear a tram car off the tracks in Chapter 1. Let's see. Where is it? I just want to see something real quick. Oh, there's no reaction. Okay. Well. All right. Let's make our way over to hydroponics. Now, we know about hydroponics. Uh-oh. Because if you recall... Uh-oh. There's still more in here. Now, if you recall in hydroponics... let's see. Hydroponics is being led by Jacob Temple's partner. So Temple's been leaving audio logs saying he's looking for Elizabeth. Elizabeth is Dr. Elizabeth Cross, and she is the head of hydroponics. So we're gonna go and see what she's about.
Hydroponics, check your helmet filters. That air's not safe to breathe.
Yeah, I smelled it. The whole deck's rotting.
I'm reading a huge mass in food storage. Too big to be anything they grew. It looks like the source of the poison gas. That patient in medical, he said something about creating an enzyme, right? Maybe the scientist left the workstation open.
All right, so we got to figure out how do we take out the... Oh, wait, 1 second.
Elizabeth Cross. Now that sprinklers are fixed, we're working close to maximum capacity. All flora is thriving, and the field is created a surplus. When the surplus packed up, we can send it to the colony. The Captain Matthias is strictly enforcing his no-fly order. It's ridiculous. I'm lodging a complaint. Everyone knows Aegis 7 needs help. What harm could some fresh fruit do?
Well, hate to say it, but you probably don't want to go down to Aegis 7 right now. All right. So now we're here. Now I'm trying. There's some swarmers in here. I'm actually not going to go in there. All right. So let's get up to the central hub of hydroponics, and we're going to meet Dr. Cross. Let's see what she's all about. There we go. All right. Also, fun little thing. Freaking, that gets me every time. I will never remember that that's there. Ugh. All right. This is a picture of Glenn Schofield. He was the executive producer on the original Dead Space. You might know him now as the director of the Callisto Protocol, which was just released. As I'm talking about this, it was about 2-ish months ago. And so he was. They kept a lot of the art that references him around the game, and that's part of it there. All right. Now then, so let's meet Cross and figure out what's going on in her little zone here.
Report in loop. This is Dr. Elizabeth Cross. To all survivors, turn back. It's all gone. Everything we grew. My team. All dead. That monster. Please, leave. Get somewhere safe. If I can find a way to kill it somehow. Jacob, if you're hearing this, you know I have to try.
And out she goes. All right. So there's some kind of monster. This is this was referenced earlier, the Leviathan, that is toxifying the air, and that's slowly killing everybody on the ship. So this is the hub. And let's go ahead and add some liquid nitrogen, creating an enzyme that might be used to kill it.
Beginning enzyme synthesis. Enzyme synthesis complete. Caution, do not ingest.
Yeah, seriously. All right, do we collect? We do.
Any luck?
Yeah, I finished the enzyme. It's been modified to digest something big.
They must have been trying to kill whatever's in food storage. Let's hope it works.
Let's hope it works indeed. Let's see here. I'm gonna save in just a bit, but first, this is, of course, what's in where food storage is. As you can see here, it's seen better days. It's looking pretty freaking ominous right now.
No. Go back. There's no way into food storage. Even if there was, the Leviathan would devour you.
You're Elizabeth Cross, right? This Leviathan, is that what's poisoning the air?
The air. My team has destroyed everything. I designed a special enzyme to kill it. I just needed liquid nitrogen to complete the synthesis. The people I sent to medical never came back.
I've got some of that enzyme here.
Oh my god. How? Listen, we need to inject it into the Leviathan. You can't get into food storage, but there's another way. It's risky.
Riskier than running out of air?
My team has been altered. They're all connected to the Leviathan, breathing out its toxins. That connection goes both ways.
Okay. So if I get to your team and inject them...
The enzyme will be carried right into the Leviathan's heart. Bind the Weezers. End their suffering. And when the Leviathan is weak enough, we vent the bastard into space.
Okay, so there's no killing the Leviathan just yet. So right now, the Weezers are toxifying the air. There's 8 of them, and they're all over the place. And if we can find them and inject them with that enzyme, we will weaken the Leviathan. So let's go ahead and save. There we go. Okay. So then, I think, let's see. This is the only way we can go is to this direction. In the remake, this door is blocked. I believe in the original game you could do either one in any order, but now we got to go in a very specific order. Well, we don't have to go in a specific order, but we do have to go this way first. All right. So we got a little bit of a very kind of video gamey room here, where we got to get around these blasts. Now, it wouldn't be so easy that the marker fragment would be in here, but we got to find one in hydroponics. Now, there is one level 3 room. We're gonna have to find our way around. Uh-oh. I'm just trying not to get blasted. Now, luckily, this third one here does not shoot, so we're okay. Got a bench. That's a level 3 door, so we can't get in there just yet. We will get level 3 access on Chapter 7. All right. So hydroponics is basically 2 main hubs with a bunch of little spiraling corridors in between. So we're going to have to navigate all of those. And then ultimately, once we've killed all 8 Weezers, then we can go fight the Leviathan. I think in this room, it's a little too quiet. And it's easier if you kind of just follow the path. So if you go in the order that the game wants you to go, it's a bit simpler. Otherwise, you get lost. You have to do a lot of backtracking. Uh-oh. Man, there's a bunch of you here. I don't recall getting ambushed this hard, but maybe. Let's see, are you in there? We also have this level 2 room. Should be aware of. Oh, you thought you had me. Alright, let's pop in here and get the Weezer first. They're pretty easy to spot, as you can imagine. Now, this is them. I love the upgraded design. They're like, so well animated. And gross. Hey, ODST King. Good to see you. Yeah, it's running much better. It did get patched, finally. And so there's really, like, now it's pretty smooth. It's running pretty much exactly as you'd expect it. So I'm really glad they did that. So we're doing a foam finger run right now on New Game Plus. I already beat it in Impossible mode. And so the foam finger completely breaks the game, but it's a lot of fun to run through New Game Plus. I don't know if the finger gun only had 1 laser. It does make it a little difficult to aim sometimes. Because you actually do have to be much more accurate than you typically do in Dead Space.
Liz Cross again.
Nope.
I never asked your name.
Isaac Clarke, systems engineer.
Engineer. Have you seen Jacob Temple?
I haven't, but I'm looking for someone too. Dr. Nicole Brennan.
Dr. Brennan. Doesn't she help people leave unitology?
Yeah, like my mother. That's how we met.
I hope she's okay. The unitologists here didn't like anyone questioning them. And since the captain died, they've all snapped.
So, how does it break the game? So it makes almost every enemy die in 1 hit. So you saw here, that's the pregnant, and you can just hit him right in the sack, won't explode, it'll just immediately kill him. The foam finger had 3 lasers in Dead Space 2. Maybe. I haven't gotten the foam finger in Dead Space 2. Hopefully soon. But yeah, like you just saw, like it makes the entire game. Right now, we are playing New Game Plus on Impossible mode. It is literally the hardest difficulty that the game has to offer, and it's a joke. Let's see. Where is Weezer 2? Oh, I think we have to go up the elevator. Yeah, it's pretty fun. We're going up here. All right, good. So let's see. Let's go to floor 3. We'll go find Weezer number 2. And yeah, so right now we're just kind of like ripping through the game. As you can imagine, it is making things go a lot faster. But it's like, this is the first time that I've ever played with one of these things, and oh my god, it's so much fun. I love it. All right. Weezer 2 is over here. Let's go see it. Now, because we're on New Game Plus, we have, like, you know, infinite nodes and credits and all that, so. But since we're only using this and there's no ammo, we're pretty much just banking everything we find. I'm just gonna get, all right, text logs. Something back here. You're not a marker fragment, are you? I'm trying to get whatever this thing is. Oh, there we go. Okay. And of course, yeah, Isaac says bang and pew. It's stupid fun. How are you, ODST King? How's your weekend going? Alright. going down to level 2 now. Yeah, normally I'd be trying to pick up, like, every item and all that and really try to, like, you know, look at the item descriptions and such, but there's just, like, no point right now. Okay, we gotta go through this way. Now we gotta open a door. So let's turn off the jungle ambiance and open all the doors. All right, we pop in here. Fridge tower. Oh, it's one of these things. Oh, just enjoying your long weekend. Oh, I keep forgetting we have Monday off. I gotta turn my alarm off. Okay, these are the exploders. And we have not had to deal with the exploders yet. Luckily, you can one-shot their bodies, more or less. Or you just blow them up. Anyone behind me? Not yet. Tinkering with your Steam Deck. Oh, cool. How do you like your Steam Deck? I know I'm eventually going to get one. I have a trip coming up in May, and I'm debating on getting one for that. Like, I have a pretty solid ROM collection now. I just need to get, like... I need to find a place to take it with me wherever I go. That would be so much fun. Alright, let's rip through this. Alright, now we got to do a little 0G section here. Not for too long. Open that up. And we got a couple lurkers. Woo, that took a second. Not always easy to catch those things. Uh-oh. All right. Yeah, they are a little hard to hit, these things. Ah. All right, I think you're dead. All right, we've also got a lurker. There you are. All right, I think we're safe, except for you. Let's take care of you. Best piece of hardware you ever purchased. Oh, man, that's awesome. Being able to play Halo 3 and Dead Space 2 in bed blows your mind. Okay, that you might have just sold me. Like, I knew I was going to get one anyway. I was going to be like, maybe I'll wait a year and see if they, like, rev it. But, oh, God, that sounds like fun. Which model did you go with? Did you go with the anti-glare glass or... Uh-oh. The hell is it? All right, something just hit me. Oh, there you are. You're going to come out here? There you are. All right, that's enough of you. Where is... There we are.
Exiting zero gravity.
Okay, that's 3 Weezers out of 8 down. And I just top myself up here. All right, now I think we have more exploders that are going to pop out. Ooh. Yep. I knew they were going to send one in behind me. It's Dead Space, so of course they are. Oh. All right, let's roll. Okay, where to now? Oh, this other room. Okay, so this is the last door that we have not checked yet on this side. When this is finished, we got to go over to the other hub and do this all over again. You want the middle option, 256 model, but honestly would go for the one with protective glass? Really? Okay, good to know. Uh-oh.
Isaac, where are you? Help me.
And that, of course, is Nicole, who is starting to pop up for us more and more, asking for our help. All right, good to know. Because, yeah, I think, like, the protective glass is like $150 more. And I don't really want to spend that, but I'm also going to spend a lot of time looking at it. So I want it to, you know, I want it to be something that's going to hold up well. All right, what else is here? Nice try, Infector. I love that you could just, like, blast these things right off. If you don't mind swapping the SSD yourself and applying the screen protector yourself, save your money, get the cheapest model. Okay. I don't mind, you know, I don't mind doing, like, an SSD swap. I mean, like, I built my own PC, so, like, it can't be that hard. Okay. Now then, off to the other side. To get our last 4.
I looked up Cross's notes on the... Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Kendra?
It's him. 2 doors behind you. Karen. Wait, he's gone. He waved at me, and... Sorry, Isaac. Keep going. Just a glitch on the cameras. It looks like my little brother. Stupid, right? That's not possible.
All right, so Kendra is starting to succumb too. So everyone's starting to see people who they shouldn't be able to see here. Nope. I'm still looking around for the marker fragments. Haven't found it just yet. Let's see. Where is our Weezer? It's down here. Now, of course, we got to have another brute fight down here. Now, if you remember from the prior levels, they take about 5 or 6 shots with the hand cannon. Which isn't much, but, like, they run fast. So, like, we got to be able to spot him before it spots us.
Quarantine activated.
I hear him, though. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Crap. I think you're dead. All right. Phew.
Quarantine lifted.
Okay. Now that that's done, where is this Weezer? Oh, is it upstairs instead of down? Did I get it wrong? Oh, well, we had to come down here anyway. Let's see. I got. Oh, you know what? I know what we have to do. That's right. I forgot about this. All right, we have to kill the gravity in the room, and then go flying, and then we'll find it. All right, let's go find. There's a battery somewhere. Where are you? There you are. I'm going to take this over to gravity control and turn those off. And I think that's going to trigger a fight. A short fight, but a fight nonetheless. Anyone else? All right. Okay. Let's turn... Oh, that's right. Okay, we got to go find a security card. I think it's in here. There's our card. Now we can't... Uh-oh. We can't take out whatever's in here just yet. It's on the other side. So unfortunately, we gotta wait. We got our card. And we're gonna work our way around to the other side of that guy and then take him out. I think it'll be the last one, if I remember right. Alright. What? There we go. Anyone else? Ooh, you almost got me. Good attempt. That's right. The Weezer is up top here, so let's go find it. Take it out. Ow. All right, something else is here. All right, I think, let's see, is anything else popping up down here? Oh! All right, I think we're clear now. Let's go ahead and get that. All right, so far so good. What is... Hold on. Is that our marker fragment? It is. Awesome. All right, so we got the one here. All right, where do we go now? Let's see. I presume we got to go back down to this section. All right. And around here. Do we go down? Seems we do. Okay. Let's go shut off the zero grav.
Exiting zero gravity.
Okay. Now then, where to? Inject Weezer 5. Okay, there's a different Weezer 5. I guess it's in that room over there. I guess it keeps, like, defaulting to whatever the closest one is. Because we keep moving around, that one keeps changing. It would seem so. Alright, get out of here, you. Alright. That's 6 down. Where are we going now? Back to the elevator. Going up, I presume? Yes. Something was trying to run at me. Oh, it's a lurker. Alright. Well, hopefully we can avoid it. Let's pop on over here. And run our way down here. So I think this is kind of a longer section, if it's what I think it is. Yep. All right. We're gonna have a tentacle drag section here. Now, luckily, with the foam finger, the tentacle goes down in one hit. So they're not quite as tense as they used to be. We make it all the way to the other side of the room, and then it's gonna grab us. So it'll be just a second. And it's gonna make us think we're out of here. But no. And down you go. Got some plasma energy. Didn't need it, but that's fine.
Just a repair mission, they said. Not this. Not seeing my dead brother on the fucking camera. All this death. Imagine what the marker could do in the wrong hands.
This is about CEC again?
Just thinking. If some corporate asshole tries to take the marker, you and me could do something about it.
You're leaning pretty hard on that if.
Oh, come on. Where's Hammond? What's he doing?
I don't know. If I don't focus, we'll run out of air before it matters.
All right, let's save our game real quick. Just in case. Make sure we don't lose any progress. And press on. Now, we got to work our way through a pretty grody room over here. More stasis. Now, we're going to need our stasis because... Uh-oh. Wait, 1 second. Because we got to go flying around this guy. And if we get close enough, it's going to shock us and kill us. We don't want that. So we're going to go up here. Through here. Can I go through here? I don't know that I can. It's probably a different section. There we are. And we will go do this one more time. And then we're going to shut off the power so we don't have to deal with that again. Anyone else? Think we're safe. All right, turn off the turbines. That's going to make the route back a little safer. Actually, I don't think we actually need to go back, but it's good to know that they're off now. We also got our marker fragments, so we don't have to go exploring too much. Let me just make sure. Was there anything... No, we didn't need anything in there. All right, let's go. This room, however, this room's going to be a little challenging.
filtration tubes.
All right, so we're going to have to work our way through these blast tubes. So after a certain amount of time, those tubes are going to try to barbecue us, so we're going to have to work our way through efficiently. It should be a little easier with this thing, though. Nothing here. All right, let's bust open the first door. So we just got to break some fuses. We can hit this one. And then run through here. Hit the third. Now we got to double back. Because if we charged ahead, we would have got barbecued. Uh-oh. Ooh, good job sneaking up on me. All right, now I think we can run all the way through here without... Uh-oh. 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 No! Oh, got me. Son of a gun, I got stuck in there. All right, you know what? We're going to drop it down to hard mode. That's fine. All right, so this is what happens when you lose on impossible mode. So you have to continue at a lower difficulty. Let's just go back to hard. That's fine. Oh, man, I was wondering if anything was actually going to take us out on that run. It's good to know that happens. All right, let's try that again. Now, the good news is, now that we're on hard difficulty, it'll checkpoint us. Oh, we do have to do this again. Ah, well. Obviously, we're able to do it at one point. Alright, let's stasis you. Head on up. And work our way over here. Okay, stomping on that. Turn off the turbines, and let's try that again. Okay, so we've done this before. Won't be here for too long. Alright, we'll smash that. Wait for this to finish. Uh-oh. Okay, you I don't need to deal with right now. Okay. Now we're going to try to watch... Whoa. When these things start to open. There we go. Excuse me. All right. And on the other side here, we have Weezer 7 and 8. Let's go ahead and head up. Now, before we continue on, let's just go over here, clear out the control room. All right, now we can hit this, and we never have to do that again. There we go. All right. We have our 7th Weezer over here. Which we can take out very efficiently. Excuse me. And then... Got that. We're going to head down the elevator and take out Weezer 8. Now, if you remember, we saw Weezer 8 earlier. It was on the other side. Uh-oh, wait a minute. There we go. It was on the other side of the of that like growth, the biomass. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's creepy. Oof. All right. And here's the last one. All right, so that's the end of the Weezers. Now we just gotta go and take out our real problem. Okay. Now it's finding my way around in the dark here. Where is my exit? There we go. All right, so we're gonna work our way back to the west hydroponics hub. And then back into the control room. And let's go. Okay. Now we would be back here later in order to get the stasis module from let's see, from where it's stored, that where Mercer left it, but we don't need to. So if we head back to flow control, that'll get us back to the control hub. Whoops. All right, let's roll on out of here. All right, we're going to carefully work our way through here. All right, and roll our way through. And here we go. All right. Normally, I'd be loading up on ammo, but I don't think we're going to need it. Oh, look at that. Yep. All right, now we have all of our save files back. That's all right. That happens. Okay. Now then, the Leviathan sounds pretty angry with us. We're gonna load up the enzyme and try to blast it out.
Contamination detected in food storage. Settling airlock.
Damn it! The airlock's open, but the Leviathan's too strong. It's clinging to the interior of food storage. We need more enzyme.
There's no time. I'm going in. Maybe I can cut it loose.
The Leviathan has a 10 kiloton mass. Do you really need me to tell you this is a bad idea?
Well, I'm all out of good ideas, so guess what's left?
I feel like that has to be a callback to Dead Space 2. All right. Oh, this is super ominous and creepy. All right. How does a Leviathan hold up against the foam finger? Let's find out. Oh, I love this intro so much. All right, let's do it. Where are you? All right. All right, so one shot seems to take out a tentacle. Ooh, ow. Okay, it kind of knocked me senseless there. That was interesting. I don't want to get too close. Now it's going to burrow and come up over here where it can more easily get me. All right, one more. All right, that's the first phase. Now it's going to open up the center. Let's see how much damage we can do to this thing. Oh, wow. One hit got it into its next phase. Got it into phase 3. That's okay. All right. And that's it. I think I missed more than I hit on that one, but it worked. And there goes the Leviathan, for the most part. Oh, all right. Oh, that was fun. A little ridiculous, a little game-breaking, but it's kind of exactly what I wanted from this.
You crushed the heads of Leviathan. He will be meat for those in the wilderness. Thank you, Isaac. Come back inside. We should talk.
All right, let's see what Cross wants from us.
Exiting zero gravity.
The air quality's improving. There's still pockets of gas trapped here and there.
Here and there, I can handle.
Listen, Jacob... My Jacob. Last I heard, he was on the mining deck with some other survivors. He said they were building an SOS beacon.
Did they finish it?
He said it was nearly done, but I haven't heard from him in a while. I can't leave yet. I need to make sure the air is safe to breathe. But if you can find that SOS beacon, call for rescue.
I will. Mining deck. Okay, got it. And if I meet Jacob?
Tell him I'll find him. He's all I want to see.
An SOS beacon. Someone jettisoned all the others. Isaac, there's a shortcut to the mining deck, near Cross's workstation. I'll get it open. Goddamn. We might actually get out of this nightmare.
We might. All right. So Leviathan down. And that's the end of Chapter 6. All right. Well, this has been fun to see, like, everything that we can do in this run. I'm having a blast just kind of ripping through it and seeing everything that we can break. All right. That seems like a good place to go ahead and wrap up for the day. So I will be we'll be back at our usual time. It'll be Saturday and Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. So thank you for being here for as long as you have been here. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe to the channel. We'd love to see you back here again. Please like the stream if you haven't yet, just so YouTube knows to share it with more people. And I will see you next time. ODST King, thank you for being here. And we'll see you all on next Saturday. So we'll be finishing up the Dead Space Foam Finger run next weekend. So make sure you're here for that. All right, folks. Take care, everybody. And I will see you next time.